What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel. I just wanted to say real quick, if you enjoy the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. And feel free to make any comments you have about opinions or questions. Hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, today we are going to be going over one EDC item that's very popular that you really do not need to buy or carry. You could have guessed by now, that being the paracord bracelet. Now, one thing I want to point out, my argument is not about to be that you do not ever need paracord. My argument is also not that you should not have paracord in your truck or vehicle. You should. This is specifically for just your everyday carry, what you throw in your pockets, on your wrist, or maybe in your boot, whatever. This is just one item you do not need to include. So I have a couple reasons why. First being just flat out the design of a paracord bracelet. You can't really have a paracord bracelet without your paracord in a whole bunch of knots. So I'm sure most of us have dealt with either fishing line, rope, wire, or something of a cordage nature. What happens to it when it gets all knotted up, even after you manage to get it out of a knot? It is far less usable. So before we even get into how difficult it would be to take this apart, even once you get it apart, it's going to be all bent and kind of stiff. I mean, it's just in a less usable form this way. So that being reason number one, I mean, it's all knotted up. Reason number two, it's all knotted up. This is not, you can't do anything with this until you completely get all the knots out of it. It's actually easier to knot up a paracord and make one than it is to take one apart. So even if you could, let's say 3 minutes, you could completely unknot this and you have a usable paracord, not even in as good a shape as you want. You still spent 3 minutes, and I'm saying 3 minutes is fast to untie a paracord without any cutting. I was in one situation, one time, I was just hiking, and I actually really could have used a little bit of paracord. I was like, well, I'll use my paracord bracelet, because it wasn't this one, obviously, because it's still fully intact, but it literally took me like 5 minutes to untie the paracord bracelet, and I cut it, because I got impatient. So it's not an usable condition this way. You have to fully untie it to use it. And not to mention reason number three, it's really not that much paracord. What are you going to use like 10 feet of paracord for? When I think paracord, you might tie stuff, tie a hammock, help with a tent, maybe climb down a small little mountain. I mean, there's a lot of reasons for paracord. I can't think of too many reasons for like 10 feet of paracord. I feel like they've just become such a popular everyday carry item without a whole lot of real, genuine reason or expected use for a paracord bracelet. I mean, I will admit they're cool. Like I really like kind of the camo design of this one. It's a nice little bolt here that I can put mine on and off with. I mean, I would sooner say you should just wear one if it looks cool than for use. And this is even a hefty one that's supposed to have a lot of paracord. This might be like, I want to say 12 or 13 feet. And even with that, like, it's just, what are you going to do with this? So I just can't imagine any situations you're going to get in and be like, oh shoot, I need to use something in my EDC. It's my paracord. Give me 5-7 minutes. Let me untie this and get it ready for use. And then I'll be able to help myself or help whatever the situation is out. That just doesn't really make a lot of sense to me. Part of my brain wants to go to like, well, if you get cut or shot, I mean, you could use it to try and cut off blood flow. If you're that worried about that, just carry a tourniquet. I don't carry a tourniquet, but if I was really worried about that, I would just carry a tourniquet and not paracord bracelet. That might even be a bad reason to carry this in general, which I think it is. But yeah, I just thought I would kind of bring this discussion up. I'm really hoping to see a good bit of discussion in the comments, whether you agree or disagree. I have had this paracord bracelet make a small appearance in some previous videos. I kind of briefly suggested the same point, and I actually had a couple people comment about it saying like, yeah, that makes sense, kind of agree. So I was curious just to make actually its own little video and really hopefully start the topic of, do you need to carry this? Answering it with really no, you don't. And three, hopefully giving some real reasons as to why. So I'd much rather and do this if I think I actually am going to need paracord in any situation. I just put it in my car. And if I'm really doing some situation where like, no, you're not going to be at your car and you might need paracord, I'm just going to take a whole 200 feet of paracord in a little backpack, because if I'm going somewhere where there's a good potential I'm going to need paracord and I'm not with my car, I'm almost definitely going to have a little bag at least. So I'll just take the 200 feet instead of this. So yeah, that's kind of all I have to say about it. I think my opinion's fairly clear. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think down in the comments. And with that, I'll see you guys next time.